So this is the new iPhone 6, and you already know the big news. It's bigger. That's because Apple has actually increased the size of the display, almost by an inch, which bumps up all the other dimensions of the phone as well, except one. The iPhone 6 is thinner by almost a millimeter, and that's actually pretty important, because as you make a phone larger, you really need to make it thinner so you can hold it comfortably in your hand. Thanks to that slimness and the new rounded edges of the phone, the iPhone 6 is easy to hold. Is it as perfectly engineered for my palm as an iPhone 5S? Probably not, but the difference isn't really all that big, and you do get a much larger screen as a result. That screen, by the way, is bright and colorful and fast. It allows you to read more, see more. You can even add an extra row of apps on the bottom of the home screen. It's a real improvement. Now, with the old iPhone, even someone like me with small, childlike hands could get their thumb to reach every corner of the display. That's a little bit harder on the iPhone 6, but Apple does have a new trick called reachability, and it helps a lot. All you have to do is double tap the home button, and the top portion of your screen slides down, making it easier to reach. It's fast and simple, and I picked it up as a habit within a day. Another change that Apple made was the location of the sleep-wake button. It used to be on the top, but now they've moved it to the side, so it's easier to reach. Internally, the iPhone 6 has a new processor, a new coprocessor, and a bunch of other technical mumbo-jumbo that you don't really need to care about. Suffice it to say, it works really well. One feature you do want to pay attention to, available storage has now doubled to 128 gigabytes. So if you're the kind of person who likes to take a lot of photos and videos, shoot away. The iPhone 6's battery has improved, but not by leaps or bounds. You might pick up an extra hour or 3 over an old iPhone 5S, which is kind of disappointing considering that the 5S was already getting dinged by some for having lackluster battery life. Every year, Apple improves the cameras in its phones, and this year is no exception. The iPhone 6's new camera can focus faster and shoot even slower slow-mo. Bottom line, if you haven't gotten rid of your dedicated point-and-shoot camera or camcorder by now, the iPhone 6 might make you. So should you get one? Yeah. If you're coming...
Now, I know it's a third-party keyboard, so I've tried several different keyboards, and it's not just one, it's all of them. So I'm not sure if Apple just coded something bad, or if the developers are making bad keyboards. I'm not sure what's going on there. Then it's just glitchy. It's just a lot of different things, especially with the Mail app. My Mail app is not refreshing. It's like I had to keep on trying to get it to refresh. I've shut down my phone and turn it back on. I'm still getting the same issues. I'm not sure what is going on with this OS. It's just crappy. It's not like Apple, and I don't get it. I mean, I really don't get it. It's like Apple is starting to drop the ball because they're trying to satisfy people instead of keeping the OS smooth and what made them successful in the first place. They're starting to drop the ball on that. I'm not sure what's going on with them, and it's really disappointing to me. Another thing that I was saying is the iOS 8 is causing the battery to drain really fast. On my iPhone 5S, my battery is draining super fast. Even on the iPhone 6, it's draining fast. It's going down really fast. My friend has an iPhone 6 Plus, the same issue there. So it has to be something wrong with the OS. I think it's just not coded correctly, or it's just not optimized correctly, or whatever it is. It's something that is wrong with this new OS. That has to be the issue, because as far as the hardware is there to run this OS. It has the hardware for it. But it just seems that Apple did a piss poor job of getting iOS 8 ready. It's not ready for release. They should not have released this crap. It's piss poor. I mean, it's very piss poor for Apple, especially for Apple standards. When I think of iOS, I'm thinking of a smooth experience, an experience that doesn't have that many bugs. I'm thinking about something that's going to work, and it's going to work well. Apple likes to release things when they are ready, and they did not do that with this OS. They really did not.
This version looks like a small tablet. Both the new phones have 8-megapixel cameras with new sensors inside, and they have a new and faster A8 processor. But the biggest game changer in here might be the NFC chip, which is trying to kill my humongous wallet. Called Apple Pay, you'll be able to register your credit card or bank account with Apple, and you'll be able to pay in stores by just tapping the phone and holding down the Touch ID fingerprint sensor. Apple's worked with lots of stores, including Starbucks, Subway, and some others. Of course, there are plenty of security and privacy questions, though Apple says,
when you add a new credit card, we don't store the credit card number, and we don't give it to the merchant.
The 6 starts at $199, and the 6 Plus starts at $299. Both will be available for order this coming Friday, and on sale in stores the following Friday. Stay tuned for our full review.